Top of the morning to you lads, my name is Jay, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Boondocks Saints. Happy St. Paddy's Day and welcome to my channel. Now, before we hop into this movie, there are three things that I gotta say. Thing number one, I am sick, or at least I am recovering from being sick. I had a sinus infection and it has been wrecking shop for the last week. So if I sound in any amount of nasally, that is why. Thing number two, which is going to come to a surprise for the 6 billion Irishmen out there, I don't have a drop of Irish blood in me. Not even a little bit. In fact, this holiday for me is a little weird, because for those of you who don't know, St. Patrick is like most known for driving out the snakes from Ireland. But what the legends don't tell you is the snakes were the Celtic and Gaelic pagans who refused to convert. And those guys happen to be some of my ancestors. I say some because it's like maybe a quarter at this point. Very long time ago. But at the end of the day, everyone's Irish on St. Paddy's Day.
Yeah, it's St. Paddy's Day. Everyone's Irish tonight. Why don't you just pull up a stool and have a drink with us?
Now for the third thing. And more on brand with this video. This is probably one of the most adult movies I have covered on this channel thus far. So if you are of the younger bracket, I recommend watching this movie with parental guidance, if at all. But enough of that. Let's talk about this absolute beauty of a film. First off, I want to talk about how stylized and very 90s the editing of this movie really is. This movie was directed by Troy Duffy, and to be honest, I did a lot of digging, and from what I could find, this movie, Boondock Saints 1, and its sequel, Boondock Saints 2, were the only two movies that he has that are like mainstream in any way. Which is interesting because I saw that this movie script was regarded as one of the hottest in Hollywood. Although the film had a very troubled start, as Miramax was the first company to buy the script, but dropped the project in 1997 before it was picked up by Franchise Pictures the following year in 1998 and was actually made. Which I'm very happy that they did because I actually really enjoyed this movie. However, the timing of the release of this movie was really awful. The theatrical release of Boondock Saints was significantly affected by the Columbine High School massacre, which had taken place just 2 weeks before the test screenings of this movie. Amidst concerns of this film being having the ability to inspire copycat people and future crimes. After the Columbine incident, there was a lot of mistrust put into the public's views when it came to violent-esque type movies. And because of that, it was given a very limited release to only 5 theaters across the US on January 21st, 2000. Consequently, the film suffered a super terrible failure in the box office, where it only made $30,471. And for reference, this movie had a budget of $6 million. So to say it was a complete and utter failure, honestly, would have been an understatement. And on top of that, because of the Columbine incident and because of all of the hatred towards more violent type movies, it was absolutely trashed in the review department of movies, which is very saddening because this movie really didn't get the recognition that I believe that it deserved, and I still feel like it deserves. This movie had some real vision behind it. Even though it does have some faults, very rarely are movies like this perfect. It was ambitious, it had vision, it felt like there was a soul behind the direction and cinematography. This movie gave me pretty heavy Saw vibes, which is kind of interesting because Boondock Saints came out in 1999 and Saw came out in 2004. Basically, To sum it up, both movies follow two different timelines and have like two main sets of characters. In Saw, you have the trap plot and the cop plot. And in this movie, you have the Saints plot and the Willem Dafoe plot.
There was a firefight!
But we'll start with the boys. The Saints in the beginning of the movie were Connor and Murphy McManus, played by Sean Flannery and Norman Reedus, as well as the third guy being Rocco, played by David Rocco. Two Irish boys and an Italian. I feel like there's a bar joke somewhere in here, but I don't have the time or energy to make it.
And don't cross the road if you can't get out of the kitchen.
Their part of the movie was extremely unique in the way that it was edited. I don't know, maybe I'm pulling this out of my butt, but it really feels like their scenes were shot like a cheesy 80s action movie in a good, in like the best way possible. And whenever Willem Dafoe's side of the story was playing, it really felt like a 70s soap opera type shots. What I'm trying to say is this movie is very stylized, and I freaking love it. I love it when movies do something unique and different. It feels like there's a soul put in behind the actual art of making a movie. Now, speaking on Willem Dafoe, never have I ever seen him in a portrayal of a character not giving 110%. And boy, does he really give 110% in this role.
What the fuck?
I could go on and on about the editing, as I'm an astute editor myself. This movie is a lot more than just a fun action vigilante movie about two crazy Irishmen and a wise guy. At the end of the movie, you're really given two main choices. And the movie does a beautiful job, or a blatant job, of spelling it out for you.
This reporter went out to the street to find out what you thought about these three.
Now, I'm truly curious as to what you guys think. Do you agree with the Saints? Do you disagree with the Saints? Do you think they may have gone too far? Do you think they didn't go too far enough? Let me know in the comments below, because I want to know what you guys think. I really like engaging with you guys, and I really like seeing your personal opinions, and even if I don't agree with them, I still like having that conversation with you guys, so be sure to tell me. Now, as for my score, simply because there were a few minor things that I personally didn't really like and or agree with, there were a few jokes in there that I felt pushed the boundary a little too hard and simply may have been bad. But like I said in the beginning, I love a movie that is ambitious, that does things, that is not cookie cutter in a way. I love watching a movie that likes to take something that it enjoys and twists it on its head. I liked how unique each shot really felt, how each character had their own story to tell, even though it was mostly focused on the three guys and Willem Dafoe. It still, like, I don't know how to express it in words. It felt real, I guess, in the least real way I could say. But I'm gonna have to give this movie a solid 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed it too. And with that, I got nothing else to say. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.
Nomine Patri et Filii, Spiritus Sancti.
All right. PS part. To be completely honest, I don't really have much to add. I'm getting my wisdom teeth removed on Friday, so tomorrow I'm going to be recording the next video Has this hair been there this whole time? Anyways, I'm going to be recording the next video, which it will be Panda 4, Kung Fu Panda 4. I honestly do not have high hopes for that movie, but I'll watch it anyways. And I think I have floated my time or increased my time enough to where I can confidently say goodbye.